So the next topic in the chapter motion with constant acceleration is the motion under gravity. This is the next topic. Now what does this mean, motion under gravity? When the body falls under gravity, the body is lying at some certain height and it is falling, or you may project the body vertically upwards. You have a stone and you project it vertically upwards. This is also called the vertical motion, and this motion is totally under gravity because when you provide the initial velocity to throw a stone vertically upwards, then now it is moving only under the gravitational force of the earth. So that's why this is called the motion under gravity. ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਸਟੋਨ ਹੈ ਜੇ ਨੀਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਥਰੋ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਡਾਊਨਵਰਡਸ ਥਰੋ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ vertically, then ਉਹ ਵੀ ਨੀਚੇ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਉਂ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ? That is also due to the gravitational force, gravity of the earth. So the vertical motion upwards and the vertical motion downwards, these two motions are known to be the motion under gravity. So when a body is let fall in vacuum towards the earth, it will move vertically downwards with an acceleration which is always the same at the same place on the earth, but which varies slightly from place to place. This acceleration is called acceleration due to gravity. Now what does this mean? When a body is falling downwards, vertically downwards, so ਜਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਉਹ body earth ਦੇ gravitational ਦੇ force ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਉਹਦੀ acceleration same ਰਹੇਗੀ, right? So this acceleration is called acceleration due to gravity. ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ acceleration ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ gravity ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, that is called the acceleration due to gravity. Its value in FPS system, this system is called foot-poundal system, FPS, in foot-poundal second. F means foot, P means poundal, S means seconds. So that means ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ mass ਹੋਏਗਾ body ਦਾ, that will be in foots, और जो ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਕਿ mass, sorry, I said mass, sorry, the distance, the displacement is in feet, right? The force will be in poundals and time will be in seconds. So FPS is, so value of the acceleration due to gravity in this system, this is conventionally we have to adopt it, 32 feet per second square. In CGS system is called, the next system is CGS system. C is for centimeters, G is for gram, S for seconds. So the displacement will be in centimeters, and the mass of the body, or you can say it is in the grams, and S seconds, the time will be in seconds. And in this system we have to take the acceleration due to gravity as 981 centimeters per second square. And third one is the MKS system, the meter kilogram second system. M is for meters, K is for kilograms, S is for seconds. So M meters, the displacement is in meters, the mass of the body is in kilograms, and the time is in seconds again. So its value is 9.8 meter per second square. So normally we will deal the MKS system. So if the values of the displacement are given in feet, then we take this system. The acceleration due to gravity, the value will be 32 feet per second square. When we are given the displacement in centimeters, then we take acceleration due to gravity as 981 centimeters per second square. And when we are given the displacement in meters, then we follow the MKS system, and the acceleration due to gravity, the value will be 9.8 meter per second square. And the acceleration due to gravity will always be denoted by G, the small letter G. So all these three are the values of the G in different systems. Now, firstly, the downward motion. When the body is falling under gravity from certain height. If a body is projected vertically downwards from a point at a height h above the Earth's surface with velocity u, then the equation of the motions are this. So what is the situation here? The situation is this is the height h where the body is lying presently, and I have projected this body vertically downwards. So when you project the vertically downwards, you may provide it initial velocity u. With some initial velocity you can throw it, or you may simply drop it. simply you may drop it, then the initial velocity will be 0. Then it may also fall vertically downwards. So when the body moves vertically down, falls vertically downwards, you may you may provide it the initial velocity, or you may not provide it the initial velocity. It will move vertically downwards. Yes, the difference is that if you provide some initial velocity, then it fall with some higher speed, कुछ ज्यादा स्पीड नालों नीचे वाल ਨੂੰ ਆਏਗਾ, but if you simply drop it, then ਉਹ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੌਲੀ ਨੀਚੇ ਆ ਜਾਊਗਾ, ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਸ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤਿੰਨੋਂ ਫਾਰਮੂਲੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਗਏ ਆ, ਸੋ ਇਹ ਤਿੰਨ ਫਾਰਮੂਲੇ ਉਹੀ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੋਸ਼ਨ ਵਿਦ ਕਾਂਸਟੈਂਟ ਐਕਸਲਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਲੈਕਚਰਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੜ੍ਹੇ ਸੀਗੇ। v is equal to u plus ਉਰੇ f ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਸੋ f ਉਰੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਐਕਸਲਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਡਿਊ ਟੂ ਗ੍ਰੈਵਿਟੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ u plus gt ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। ਉਰੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ s ਦਾ ਡਿਸਟੈਂਸ, ਡਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਉਹਨੇ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕਵਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿੰਨੀ ਹਾਈਟ ਤੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਥਰੋ ਕੀਤਾ ਨੀਚੇ ਵੱਲ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਤਾਂ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਡਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਸੀਗਾ ਇਹ h। ਸੋ s ਦੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ h ਪੁੱਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਔਰ ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਗੇਨ f ਦੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ g ਪੁੱਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। And similarly, the third formula was v square minus u square equal to 2gs. So ਇਸ ਚ ਵੀ s ਦੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ h ਪੁੱਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਤਿੰਨੋਂ ਫਾਰਮੂਲੇ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਐਪਲੀਕੇਬਲ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਅਗੇਨ, ਬਟ ਉਰੇ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਐਕਸਲਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਫਾਈਂਡ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। The acceleration will be acceleration due to gravity. These three values we can directly put them whatever the system may be is given. If the system was FPS, then we use 32 feet per second. If the system is CGS, then 981. If the system is MKS, we use 9.8 meter per second square. Upward motion, let a body be projected vertically upwards from a point on the earth surface with an initial velocity u. Now what we have to do, this is earth and we have to project the vertical upwards. This body we have to project it upwards. So if you want to project it vertically upwards, then you may have to apply initial velocity. It is sure, because it will not move on its own. ਇਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਉੱਪਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ, ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਵੈਲੋਸਿਟੀ ਸ਼ੋਰਲੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਵਾਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕਰਨੀ ਪਊਗੀ। ਜਦੋਂ ਡਾਊਨਵਰਡਸ ਆਂਦਾ ਪਾਰਟੀਕਲ ਉਦੋਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਉਦੋਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਵੀ ਆ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਇਫ ਯੂ ਜਸਟ ਡ੍ਰੌਪ ਇਟ। ਬਟ ਜਦੋਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਦੈਨ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਹੈ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਵੈਲੋਸਿਟੀ ਵਿਲ ਬੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡਡ। So let a body be projected vertically upwards from a point on the earth's surface with an initial velocity u. Now it is under the effect of the downward acceleration due to gravity, and if the direction of the upward motion is regarded as positive, the direction of acceleration is negative. Now what does this means? Because the body is moving upwards, so it is convention that the body is moving in which direction, we will always take that direction as a positive direction. So the body is moving vertically upwards, so we will take this direction as positive direction. But the force of acceleration will, the force of attraction, you can say, the force of attraction of the earth, it will catch the body vertically downwards. ਇਹ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ force ਹੈ gravitational force, ਇਹ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਕਹੇਗੀ ਕਿ body ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਖਿੱਚੇਗੀ, downwards ਨੂੰ ਖਿੱਚੇਗੀ। ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਐਕਸਲਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਡਿਊ ਟੂ ਗ੍ਰੈਵਿਟੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬਾਡੀ ਅਪਵਰਡ ਮੂਵ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਐਕਸਲਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਡਿਊ ਟੂ ਗ੍ਰੈਵਿਟੀ ਦੀ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਨੀਚੇ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, then we will take the negative sign. We will take f as equal to minus g for the upward motion. So the direction of acceleration is negative, ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਰੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਗਿਆ, and it is therefore denoted by minus g. The body thus moves with a retardation with its velocity gradually becomes lesser and lesser till it is zero. Obviously when you throw a particle upwards, then the velocity will decrease. Obviously क्योंकि ऊपर वाल ਨੂੰ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, और ਕਿਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਰੁਕ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਫਿਰ ਇਹ downwards ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। So ਇਹੀ ਕਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, the velocity becomes lesser and lesser till it is zero. The body is then for an instant at rest, but immediately begins to acquire velocity in the downward direction and retraces its steps. So ਫਿਰ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਜਦੋਂ ਉਰੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਰੁਕੇਗਾ, ਇਸ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਤੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਰੁਕੇਗਾ, ਫਿਰ ਇਹ ਵਾਪਸ ਨੀਚੇ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਮੂਵ ਕਰੇਗਾ, ਔਰ ਨੀਚੇ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਮੂਵ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੁਣ ਇਹਦੀ ਵੈਲੋਸਿਟੀ ਇਹ ਗੇਨ ਕਰਨੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦੇਗਾ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਨੀਚੇ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ, ਹੁਣ ਇਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੈਲੋਸਿਟੀ ਫਿਰ ਐਕਵਾਇਰ ਹੋਣੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਗੀ, ਐਂਡ ਉਹੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੁਆਇੰਟਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਇਹ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਤੋਂ ਲੰਘੇਗਾ। ਸੋ ਹਰੇਕ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਇਹ ਪਾਰਟੀਕਲ ਦੋ ਵਾਰ ਲੰਘੇਗਾ, ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਉੱਪਰ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਔਰ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਨੀਚੇ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹੋਏ। ਸੋ ਦੈਟਸ ਵਾਈ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਰਿਟਨ ਹੇਅਰ retraces its steps. So again the formulas for this upward motion, because we have to take f equal to minus g. So v is equal to u plus ft, that becomes v equal to u minus dt, and s, this is the height which the particle attains, okay, after any time t। कुछ height ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹਨੇ attain ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, क्योंकि ऊपर वाल नू जा रहा है, तो आफ्टर टाइम टी कितनी हाइट अटेन कर लेगा, दैट इज h, एंड हियर अगेन वी हैव पुट f इक्वल टू -g and v square minus u square equal to -2gh. So these are the three formulas which will be applicable in the upward motion. So now the important deductions: greatest height attained. When the particle moves vertically upwards, then what is the greatest height? Greatest height means the point where the velocity becomes zero. क्योंकि ऊपर वाल नू जा रहा है, तो ग्रेटेस्ट हाइट उत्थे ही है जिथे जाके पार्टिकल रुक जाएगा। ਹੁਣ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇਹ ਉੱਪਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ, ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇਹ ਨੀਚੇ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਮੂਵ ਕਰੇਗਾ। ਸੋ ਇਹੀ ਵਾਲੀ ਹਾਈਟ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੈਜ਼ਰ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਇਹ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਉੱਪਰ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਫਿਰ ਕਿਸ ਤੇ ਡਿਪੈਂਡ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਕਿੰਨੀ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਵੈਲੋਸਿਟੀ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਜਿੰਨੀ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਵੈਲੋਸਿਟੀ ਵੱਧ ਨਾਲ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਕਰੋਗੇ, ਜਿੰਨੀ ਹਾਈਅਰ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਵੈਲੋਸਿਟੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕਰੋਗੇ, ਉਨਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਇਹ ਉੱਪਰ ਜਾਏਗਾ, ਔਰ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਘੱਟ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਵੈਲੋਸਿਟੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕਰੋਗੇ, ਉਨਾ ਇਹ ਘੱਟ ਹਾਈਟ ਨੂੰ ਅਟੇਨ ਕਰੇਗਾ। ਸੋ ਇਹੀ ਗ੍ਰੇਟੈਸਟ ਹਾਈਟ, ਇਹੀ h ਦੀ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਅਸੀਂ ਫਾਈਂਡ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ। ਤਾਂ h ਦੀ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਗ੍ਰੇਟੈਸਟ ਹਾਈਟ ਕਦੋਂ ਬਣੇਗੀ, ਜਦੋਂ ਇਸ ਦੀ ਫਾਈਨਲ ਵੈਲੋਸਿਟੀ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ, 0, the v will be 0. The greatest distance to which the particle rises, that is the distance between the point of projection and the position of momentary rest, or you can say instantaneous rest, that point where the velocity is 0 but acceleration is non-zero. So उस point तक the distance अपन ने calculate करना है, is called the greatest height. At the highest point the velocity is 0, and let small h be the greatest height. So we will apply this formula. In this formula final velocity is 0, okay, and h is the height which we have to find out. So from this calculation we find that h is u square by 2g. So h is directly proportional to u square. So मैंने हुनी दसिया सीगा ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ कि जिन्नी ज्यादा इनिशियल वेलोसिटी ज्यादा होएगी, उतना ज्यादा है ऊपर वाल मूव करेगा. So h is directly depending upon u and varies as the square of the initial velocity. So this is the formula to calculate the greatest height. Now the next thing is time to reach the greatest height. ਹੁਣ ਇਸ ਹਾਈਟ ਤੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਨੂੰ ਕੈਲਕੂਲੇਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ। let capital T be the time taken by the particle to reach the greatest height, ठीक है, and the greatest height is u square by 2g. So from this result we will evaluate it. V is equal to u minus dt, because at greatest height v will be 0 and t is capital T, and the time taken to reach the greatest height is u by g. So this is also directly proportional to u. So again it is the same, you can understand it in the same sense कि if the initial velocity is greater, then the time to reach the greatest height will also be greater. Obviously it will take more time to reach the greatest height because it has to attain the more height, and when the initial velocity is less, it will achieve the lowest height, and obviously the time to reach that height will also be minimum. So it is directly proportional to u. So these are the two formulas which we have learned from these deductions. Now the time of the flight. So time of the flight means it is the total time taken by the particle to reach the greatest height and then return to the starting point. So the particle moves here downwards. This is the greatest height attained by the particle, and then from here the particle will move downwards. So total time of the flight means the time to move upwards and the time to move downwards. So total time taken by the particle to reach the greatest height and then return to the starting point again. This is called the time of the flight. So time of the flight, if we have to evaluate, and the particle have to reach the starting point. Now because this is the height h, that means the particle has to reach again at the height 0. So we will substitute h equal to 0 in this result. So when you put h is equal to 0 in this result, you will find that you get two values of t, that is 0 and 2u by g. The 0 value corresponds to the starting position when we projected the particle, because when we projected the particle the height is also 0 and obviously the time will be 0. But when the particle reach again at the height 0, then the time will not be 0, the time will be 2u by g. So the total time of the flight was 2u by g. So ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ फाइंड ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਹਾਈਟ ਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੱਗਦਾ, u by g. So u by g टाइम हो गया अपवर्ड मूव ਕਰਨ ਦਾ, और u by g टाइम हो गया ਫਿਰ ਉਹੀ ਸੇਮ ਡਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਨੂੰ ਡਾਊਨਵਰਡਸ मूव ਕਰਨ ਦਾ. ਸੋ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹ ਟਾਈਮ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਆਇਆ, 2u by g ਆਇਆ. So this is the total time of flight. So this is the third deduction. Now velocity at a given height. Velocity at a given height will be evaluated by this formula. ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ particular height ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛ ਸਕਦਾ ਕਿ ਕਿੰਨੀ velocity ਹੈ ਹੁਣ ਉਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ. So from this formula we find that v is equal to plus minus under root u square minus 2gh. Now you can see we have two values of the velocity here. One is positive and other is negative. We have two values. Now why we are getting the two values? One is positive and other one is negative. Let us see. Because when the particle moves vertically upwards, then it will pass through this point two times. Suppose this is the height h. From this point, it will pass two times. Firstly, when it is moving upwards, and secondly, when it is moving downwards. So इस point ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ particle दो बार लंघ ਰਿਹਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਉੱਪਰ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਔਰ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਨੀਚੇ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ. So ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਰਕੇ velocity ਦੀਆਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਦੋ values ਆਈਆਂ ਨੇ, ਇੱਕ positive ਔਰ ਇੱਕ negative. ਜਦੋਂ ਪਾਰਟੀਕਲ ਉੱਪਰ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇਸ ਦੀ ਹਾਈਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਇਹ ਵਾਲੀ ਇਹ ਇਨਕਰੀਜ਼ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਵੈਲੋਸਿਟੀ ਇਜ਼ ਦਾ ਰੇਟ ਆਫ ਚੇਂਜ ਆਫ ਦਾ ਡਿਸਪਲੇਸਮੈਂਟ. ਸੋ ਡਿਸਪਲੇਸਮੈਂਟ ਇਨਕਰੀਜ਼ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, then the velocity will be positive. We have to take the positive symbol of the velocity. But when the particle is moving downwards, the displacement is becoming lesser. Displacement ਘੱਟ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਪਾਰਟੀਕਲ ਨੀਚੇ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ displacement ਘੱਟਦੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ. Then we take the negative sign of the velocity. So when the particle is moving upward, we will take the positive velocity, and when the particle is moving downwards, then we take the negative symbol of the velocity, because the displacement is becoming lesser when the particle is moving downwards. And the next is time to reach a given height. So from this formula we will calculate it. So कोई भी height पे अगर particle पहुंचे तो कितना time लगेगा? Let the particle reaches at the height h, and t is the time taken. So h is ut minus half gt square. And from this equation, you can find the values of t. And again, you will get the two values of t. That is the same reason, because from a particular height, the particle reaches two times when it is moving upwards and then when it is returning back. So ऐसे point ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਦੋ ਵਾਰ ਨਿਕਲੇਗਾ. So ਪਹਿਲਾ time ਆ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਜਦੋਂ upward ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਉਦੋਂ ਨਿਕਲਿਆ ਇਸ point ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ, ਔਰ ਦੂਸਰਾ time ਉਦੋਂ ਆ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹ downward ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਉਸੇ point ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਫੇਰ ਨਿਕਲਿਆ. So quadratic equation बनेगी, you will get the two values of t, and one value of the time, the lesser value obviously was for when the particle is moving upwards, and the greater value of t was for when the particle is moving downwards. So these are the deductions from the. Now some numericals based on these deductions. A body is projected vertically upwards with a velocity of this. That means it is the initial velocity. This is initial. How high will it go? That means what does he expecting us? He is expecting greatest height in the first part. How high will it go? That means the maximum height he can attain. So this is the greatest height. So first, for the first part, we will apply the formula of the greatest height, u square by 2g, and u square, that is 24.5 into 24.5. And because we are given the value in meter per second, that means it is in the MKS system, meter kilogram second system. So we will use the value of g of that system, that is 9.8 meter per second square. And after calculating it, we get 30.625 meters. So this is the greatest height. Now the second part, how long will it take to return to the point of projection? So again, as we have solved in the article, the particle is moving upward, then it is moving downwards, and it again reaches to this point. So what is the total time taken? So total time of the flight. So total time of the flight was 2u by g. So the value of u was 24.5 and g 9.8. We have solved it. It is 5 seconds. What will be its velocity? When will its velocity be? 4.9 meter per second. When the particle has this velocity, that means when the particle has this as a final velocity. So after what time it will be? So let us suppose it is after the time t seconds. So we will apply this formula. The velocity is 4.9, initial velocity 24.5, the value of g 9.8, and we will find the value of t as 2 seconds. At what time will it be 29.4 meter above the point of projection? So कोई particular height सानू given है कि इस height पे पहुंच चुका है particle. This height is 29.4, and we have to evaluate the time. At what time? So the time will have two values. Firstly, when the particle is moving upwards, and then when it is returning downwards. Let the stone be at a height of 29.4 meter above the point of projection after time t. So we will use this formula and find the values of t. There are two values of t. One is 2, one is 3. 2 seconds is for this point and 3 seconds is for this point when it is moving downwards. So 29.4 meter below the point of projection. So now we are given that particle has to move. This the total motion is like this. The particle is moving upwards, then it returns, and when it returns to the height h equal to 0, then because he is gaining the velocity उसको gain हो रही है, तो इस करके ਜਦੋਂ उरे आके स्ट्राइक करूंगा फिर वो पार्टिकल उरे आके कदम रुकेगा नहीं, थोड़ा जा अंडर द ग्राउंड वो चला जाएगा. सो वो अंडर द ग्राउंड के अंदर मान लिया जावे 29.4 मीटर ਜਿਹੜਾ है अंडर द ग्राउंड गया, then what will be the time? So इस चीज ਦਾ ਕੀ टाइम होएगा ਇਹ ਅਸੀਂ फाइंड कर. So ਹੁਣੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ previous article ਆਪਾਂ solve ਕੀਤਾ, then we get the two values of the velocity. V is equals to plus minus u squared minus 2gh, right? So I have told you that ਜਦੋਂ particle ਉੱਪਰ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ move ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, then you have to take the velocity with the positive symbol, and when it is moving downwards, then you have to take the velocity with the negative symbol. The reason is because here the height is gaining, displacement is increasing, but here the displacement is decreasing. So velocity is because the rate of change of displacement. So if the displacement is increasing, so the symbol of the velocity will be positive, and if displacement is decreasing, the symbol of the velocity will be negative. So now what will be the velocity here when the particle reaches at the height h equal to 0? Then obviously it will be equal to minus u, because if you substitute here h equal to 0, and we have to take on the negative sign because now this time the particle is moving downwards, v equal to minus u, and u was given to us, that is 24.5 meter per second. So this will be the velocity of the particle at h equal to 0. Now the particle has to move from this point O to this point A for motion from O to A. Motion from O to A, and we have to calculate the time. So we will use this formula, h is equals to ut, and this time we take plus half because we are taking the downward motion. The particle is moving downwards, so plus half gt square, and the value of h is 29.4, and the value of u is, this is the initial velocity because at the point O this is the velocity, so this can be taken at the as the initial velocity at the point O, that is minus 24.5 t plus half, sorry, this is plus half plus half, and the value of g is 9.8 t square. On simplifying it, we will get because this is a multiple of 7, this is a multiple of 7, this is a multiple of 7. So after all calculation, you will get that this is 6 minus 6 is equals to minus 5t plus t square, and you will get the quadratic equation as t square minus 5t minus 6 equal to 0. And after factorizing it, t square minus 5t minus 6 equal to 0, you will get the factors as t minus 6 and t plus 1 equal to 0. So t will be equal to 6, and the value of t minus 1 will be rejected because it is the time, so it cannot be negative. So t equal to 6. So this is the answer to the last part of the problem. The time to reach 29.4 height below the point of projection. So it will be the time t is equals to 6 seconds.